Donald Trump is now getting a taste of his own medicine, and oof, he can handle it. You've got people like Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom now going online and just mocking the crap out of Donald Trump and Trump's regime, bullying them. I'm all for bullying Trump and his regime of bullies. Sometimes you just got to do it. Like Governor Newsom's office posted the following about Stephen Miller, a photo of Voldemort. And they say, a live look at Stephen Miller seeing a chance to rip families apart, arrest women, and deport children. Or how about Governor Newsom calling Stephen Miller a fascist cuck? Yeah, he called him a fascist cuck online. Sometimes you just got to do it. Sometimes you just got to say it. Governor Newsom goes, referring to Stephen Miller, this fascist cuck in D.C. continues his assault on democracy and the Constitution and his attempt to replace the sovereignty of the people with autocracy. Sorry the Constitution hurt your feelings, Stephen. Cry harder, you cuck. Well, they just said cuck the first time. I added cuck the second time. Cry harder. And Stephen Miller was whining that a federal judge banned the Trump regime's ICE from racially profiling people in California, migrants in the ICE roundups. Governor Newsom's office then posts the following. Number of Donald Trump terms without an Epstein scandal, 0. They post this. The same people screaming about, quote, protecting girls refuse to release the Epstein list. Let that sink in. And then JD Vance, once again, vacationing in California, the state that he and Donald Trump attack all of the time. What was it? He was in San Diego recently, partying there, and the people of San Diego said, get the hell out, you fascist cuck. They really did say that to him. And they gave him a rude awakening when he went there. Well, yesterday, he was at Disneyland with his family, enjoying again California's tourist attractions. I swear he's basically spent the entire summer in the state that they're trying to destroy. And Governor Newsom wrote the following, 35% of Anaheim's residents, that's where Disneyland is, 35% of Anaheim's residents are immigrants. Disneyland doesn't run without them. Enjoy their labor, JD Vance. And that was in response to Matt Desmond posting a video of JD Vance having lunch with his family at 21 Royal at Disneyland. Matt Desmond also posted this other photo of JD Vance on Tom Sawyer Island. Now I can see why he chose to visit Disneyland over Walt Disney World, to which Governor Newsom writes, JD Vance on Tom Sawyer Island looking for the next alligator Alcatraz. Too many happy families for him in one place. Matt Desmond posts this other video of JD Vance at Disneyland. Vice President JD Vance in Disneyland, and Governor Newsom goes, hope you enjoy your family time, JD Vance. The families you're tearing apart certainly won't. Last night you had Lara Trump, Donald Trump's daughter-in-law, who's now a host on Fox. She interviewed Donald Trump. Oh, there was some hard-hitting questions there, like, how would you like to be remembered? And how did you assemble such a good cabinet? Those were the types of questions that Lara Trump was asking Donald Trump last night to give him a softball after it's so obvious that he's covering up the Epstein files, and told his base, stop talking about the Epstein files. He says Epstein is fake news created by the Democrats, by Obama and Hillary Clinton, he says. Then Governor Newsom writes the following. We go live to Trump, interviewing Trump. And then they post a photo of RT, Russian television, state regime media. That's what I've always been calling Fox, state regime media. But don't you like how aggressive Governor Newsom is here? I'm going to show you some other Democrats doing this as well. Rapid response. You can't wait a day or even a few hours after. You just got to be on. And you got to mock these weirdos. You got to mock these idiots. You really do. They deserve it, these Trump regime people. Just go for it. Don't feel bad about it. I'm not for bullying. When it comes to the Trump regime, you get a pass. Bully the crap out of these losers. Then you have Nancy Mace go, don't California my South Carolina. She makes all of these videos. Don't Don't California my South Carolina, to which Governor Newsom goes, okay, so you don't want lower homicide rates, lower gun death rates, lower taxes for working families, lower maternal mortality rates, higher GDP, higher wages, higher life expectancy, free pre-kindergarten, free community college, free school meals, and total domination in every major industry. Time for a bathroom break, Nance. Don't you love how they're calling her out? Time for a bathroom break, Nance. Take a time out. Chill out, you weirdo. That's how you have to handle these people. California, if it was a country, would be the fourth largest GDP of any country in the world, over $4 trillion. Think about that. Yet all of these red states, which are failed states, would not exist. They're literally subsidized by California. They want to attack California, withhold resources from California. Why? Because they are run by MAGA Republican losers. MAGA Republican losers. That's what they do. Self-destructive idiots. California Governor Gavin Newsom then responds to the Border Patrol Commissioner and says, look, California prosecutes child exploiters and traffickers. Trump tear gasses children, rips them from their parents, and deports farm workers. Priorities. By the way, Trump's also involved in child exploitation. I think we should bring that up, Governor Newsom. Virginia Giuffre, who since died by suicide recently, when she was an underage girl, the way she got trafficked was Jeffrey Epstein found her at Mar-a-Lago. Trump got her a job when she was homeless. She was working at Mar-a-Lago. Ghislaine Maxwell, who Donald Trump wished her well at her sex trafficking case, would go to Mar-a-Lago. She and Jeffrey Epstein lived a few houses away, found the girls, brought them to Epstein. That's fact. That's what happened. That's what happened with Virginia Giuffre. Then the Daily Beast writes, nearly 80% of U.S. adults believe immigrants are good for this country, the highest ever recorded. That's based on the new Gallup poll. And Governor Newsom goes, because it is. Also, a massive skyscraper development is underway in San Francisco. San Francisco is back, by the way. I don't know if you've been to San Francisco recently. It's looking pretty good. And then Governor Newsom mocks Donald Trump and goes, everyone is leaving San Francisco. That's why they're building the biggest skyscraper there. Then Governor Newsom goes after Stephen Miller for coordinating those ICE raids on California farms. One person has already died. They've rounded up U.S. citizens, including a United States military veteran who was working at one of the locations that were raided. And Newsom, again, that scum, he calls Miller scum, because he is. That scum, Stephen Miller, is running Trump's government and dog walking the president, splitting up families, deploying soldiers at parks, raiding farms, and chasing down farm workers. Trump is either getting played like a fool or he's lying to the American people. More attacks on Stephen Miller. And then Governor Newsom posts this video that he did with the Tennessee Holler. Hat tip to my buddies at the Tennessee Holler. They're great over there. And Governor Newsom says, where's the transparency? Show us the Epstein list, bud. Show us the Epstein list. This is how you have to do it. Watch Governor Newsom. Let's play it.
Do you think there's an Epstein list?
I mean, now I'm going to start sounding conspiratorial. After Elon tweeted that out and all of a sudden now it disappears. Really, Trump? Show us. What do you got? Where's the transparency? What carnies? What flim-flammers? What music men? What bullshit artists these guys are.
Not even good ones either. Not even good ones.
Now, Governor Newsom responds to this TMZ article. JD Vance goes to Disneyland with family, and Governor Newsom goes, tired, trashing California for political purposes, wired, visiting and vacationing in California more than your home state this year. Absolutely. They then go after Tom Homan. Tom, the federal government just failed to provide the evidence that its agents are not targeting people simply for being brown and going to or being at work. And last night, a federal judge correctly concluded that is illegal. That's how the Constitution works. We're trained ain't going to work anymore. Your chaotic tactics have lost America's trust. And then the Los Angeles Times Secretary Linda McMahon, Secretary of Education, who's trying to destroy the Department of Education. She's that WWE co-founder who was embroiled in a lot of those sexual harassment lawsuits. She goes, "We will not allow the state of California or any state not following Title IX to treat women and girls as second-class citizens." You know how these predators weaponize girls, right? That's one of the tactics of predators. You can't go after the girls. You can't get after the girls. And these are often the people who are exploiting the girls, who are the ones saying this stuff, especially in the Trump regime. And Governor Newsom goes, "You just defunded the education of nearly 3 million girls in California, Linda. Put down your smackdown folding chair and sit this one out." Powerful stuff right there. Want to show you some other Democrats, what they've said as well. Here you have Congressmember Ted Lieu. He goes, "Release the Epstein files. Trump is all over the Epstein files that have previously been released, from pictures to videos to plane logs to quotes to court filings. What is the Trump administration hiding?" And then Ted Lieu responds to Donald Trump's ranting and raving post that actually the Epstein files is fake and it was created by Obama and Clinton. And Congressmember Lieu goes, "Why would Trump all of a sudden allege the Epstein files were written by Obama, Hillary, and Comey? The simplest explanation is that there is something in the unreleased Epstein files that implicates Trump or people close to him." Congressmember Eric Swalwell goes, "Why are Cash and Bongino covering this up?" And he plays the video of Michael Wolff, someone who was a biographer for Donald Trump and someone who was potentially going to be the biographer for Epstein. Here's what Swalwell posted. Play this clip.
And I've said before that Epstein used to bring out this set of pictures. There were about a dozen snapshots, and among them, there are at least 3 that I remember. 2 of topless girls sitting in Trump's lap around Epstein's swimming pool, and then 1 with a stain on the front of Trump's pants with 3 or 4 girls laughing and pointing at it. So I have seen those pictures.
So what's your best guess as to where they are?
Well, I'm my best guess is that Epstein kept them in the safe. A safe was emptied out by the FBI. Where are those pictures?
And finally, here is Democratic Senator John Ossoff. Here's what he has to say.
President Trump promised to end the wars. He promised to release the Epstein files. Did anyone really think the sexual predator president who used to party with Jeffrey Epstein was going to release the Epstein files?
Powerful stuff indeed, folks. That's what you got to do. Give them a taste of their own medicine, but use the facts. Do it with the truth. They're going to do lies and conspiracies. We can do it with the truth is on our side. Just be strong and confident in the facts, and don't be fearful. We've got each other's backs. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers together.
New Meidas merch drop. Check out the latest pro-democracy sticker packs, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and more. All at store.MeidasTouch.com.